Well, hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Content Talks. I hope that you are doing very well, and it's so good to have you here. My name is Austin Savage. I'm the founder of Savage Content Collective, a full-service content marketing agency. And today, I want to talk about Threads, the new app from Meta. Looks something like this. I'm going to throw it up on the screen here in a second. Some people are calling this, Meta's Twitter killer app, and it just released to the public this week. Really interesting, really exciting, and I'm very curious to see what happens in the industry as a whole, if anything significant from this app. So today I just want to show you kind of like a quick walkthrough of what the app looks like, what it's like, and just share some of my thoughts on whether you should join, what you should be posting if you do join, and all of those things. So first, let's just take a look at the app itself. I'll throw it up here on the screen. So you can see the kind of news feed here is very similar to Twitter. If you had a Twitter, if you have experience on it. And I want to talk about that in a second, but just want to show you the functionality first. So yeah, you can see everybody's just kind of posting here. There are different types of content. Right now it's, a lot of text-based stuff, but you can see there's, a great example of people who are using images. You can share images and videos up to 5 minutes, which I think is significant as this platform grows as well. You also have search functionality, classic. I'm going to show you people that they think you should follow, or you can search for people. This center button is how you post a new thread. Very simple. It doesn't show you the exact character count. There is a character limit, but if you click that little paperclip, that's how you can attach photos, videos, those kinds of things. You can also see new people who are following you, replies, mentions, all of those things. And then on the far right is where you can see your profile. Give you a link to share your profile. You can edit your profile here, and you can jump straight to Instagram there at the top. So super simple overall. The functionality of this app as it is launching is very basic. You can post, you can interact with people, you can reshare. I think that's very intentional for now. I know that they have a lot of plans for what this app is going to become, but I know first and foremost, they really wanted to take advantage of kind of the moment in the social media sphere when Twitter has been under a lot of fire recently, as they introduced a lot of limits on how many tweets you can see, how many times you can post and respond and interact with other people. That was received very poorly by a lot of people in the community. So Threads is interesting because it is launching out of a strong foundation. Both Instagram and Facebook, both owned by Meta, have a really strong brand in a lot of ways, and people have really trusted the platforms generally. They've been around for a long time, and so I think that Threads is really coming out of a strong place. It's very different than when I did a review on Clubhouse probably 2 years ago now. That was really kind of starting on a shaky foundation. It was a great, concept, a great idea. But kind of my prediction at that point was that Clubhouse is going to fade. And in a lot of ways, it has. I feel a lot better about Threads as, they are kind of launching from this place. It's a great moment for them to launch the app. It's, coming from a company that knows what they're doing generally from a social media perspective. And I think that people are looking for a lot of that interaction and that kind of outlet for text-based content, primarily text-based content in this kind of moment. So a few thoughts. One, should you join Threads? I think absolutely. Give it a shot. It's new. Anytime a platform is new, it's always just wise to just like lurk on it for a little bit. Join in, see what people are talking about. Give it a shot to give yourself a few posts and just kind of get a feel for what this platform is like. You don't need to put pressure on yourself to just, double down and just, use this new platform 100% completely. But give it a shot. Show up, start engaging with your friends, start engaging with other people, get a feel for how it functions and what it's sort of becoming. There's a lot of limitations in the app of being able to have multiple accounts and switch through them easily. I think that that's something that they're going to fix very soon. And it's kind of a limitation for how we as an agency can easily kind of support and manage like Threads accounts for our clients in the short term. But I think that that's something that they will quickly fix so that there can be, more corporate accounts engaging in addition to personal accounts as well on a single device. The second thing, and I think some people will disagree with this, especially people who are kind of switching from Twitter to Threads, is that a lot of people are, talking about how this is like the new Twitter, the better Twitter. And the expectation, even from Meta, is that people are going to use this app for discussions, for kind of discourse about politics or, different events that are kind of happening in our world in a more civil way. Already, if you join the app, you can see that there's a lot of people who are posting content that is not anywhere near kind of that purpose. And I think that's really important to recognize, is that a lot of people are comparing this to Twitter. And I know that Meta kind of launched this out of response to this moment for Twitter as well. But this app is going to become something completely different. It's going to take on a culture, a style, and will mature in its own kind of direction. And so as you join in, as you're kind of sharing content and thinking what you want to post, don't put pressure on yourself to be in a box or to replicate what was or wasn't happening for you or your brand on Twitter. Threads is going to take its own shape. And so, if you get in and want to share, different styles of video content, want to get creative with those textile posts that you're doing, that is totally fine. There's not a specific box that you or your brand needs to fit in. Feel free to be creative. Feel free to just have fun with it. And even just focus on interacting with people and just creating that shareable, value-driven content. And then the last thing is that this platform is going to mature. So as you are getting on, there will feel like there are some features missing, like hashtags are not a thing yet. It's not super easy to see like content that's, trending or connecting and those kinds of things. A lot of people are kind of coming over to this app to just kind of see what it becomes. And so give it a chance, give it a shot, share some content, get a feel for how the app performs and functions and how people are connecting on it. And just kind of watch what it becomes. That's the most interesting thing in this moment, is to see how long this app lasts, how much of a hold it really takes in culture and for people's interactions with one another. And that will really inform the role that it can play for you and your brand long term. I think for a lot of people, when TikTok first came out, it was really scary because it felt like content that was just so personal and different and almost awkward for some people. And that really pushed people to wait to join that platform, or, they didn't join it at all. There was some opportunity missed on that front. And so with a platform like Threads, I think the opportunity threshold is a little bit lower as far as, how far maybe your message will be seen or have reach, but it's a very similar moment. It's very valuable to get in on this experience earlier rather than later. Not only will this just help you see the culture of the app and see what it's becoming quicker, but it will also just give you more visibility for the people who are currently leveraging the app first. So I'm curious, what do you think about Threads? Have you joined? I would love to hear your thoughts, questions, curiosities, predictions, all of those things in the comments on this video. As always, thank you for watching. I hope it was interesting, valuable, and I look forward to seeing you right here on the next one.